my name is Andrew, and I'm with the College of the North Atlantic's digital filmmaking program. And today is our Christmas special. We're going to be holding a bunch of interviews with people of various backgrounds, and we're going to learn a lot about what Christmas is like for them back home and what their experience is like preparing for Christmas here in Newfoundland. And we're going to get a sort of a personal and cultural perspective on what that experience is like for them. That's in a moment. For right now, we're going to be going to the first of several messages from CNA's digital filmmaking department. We hope you enjoy them.
Hi, don't be shy, join us for a story. It was the week before Christmas, the most festive of breaks. My crew was getting tired because I had taken 50 takes. The studio was warmed by the glow of the lights. I hoped we would finish my final film on this night. My project was due on the 19th of December. I started my script in early September, so what can I say? I wanted the best, but I tried my hardest not to show the crew I was stressed. As we rolled on the next take, the actor's performance just simply looked fake. When all of a sudden we heard such a chatter. I yelled a loud cut to see what was the matter. I thought for a second it was one of my crew. I was ready to scream until my face would turn blue. But before I could speak and clear out my head, I was stopped in my tracks by a man dressed in red. He shook while he walked, quite jolly and fat. He had on his head a pointy red hat. With a long curly beard, white as the snow, his face was all plush, with a rosy red glow. He said to me now, "Marcus, my boy, all your film needs is a little Christmas joy. Believe in yourself, it's in you, you know. As a director, you have potential to grow." I turned my head back towards the film crew. For a moment I looked to see if it was true. But when I looked back towards that old elf, he was gone like a flash. I was there by myself. Concerned of the time, my AD came forth. She said we should roll for what it was worth. I paused for a minute to consider what transpired, and as I thought harder, I started to get inspired. Lock it up, pictures up, quiet on set, roll camera, roll sound, slate the alphabet. As I called action, I watched on the screen. My script came to life with a great little scene. The grips were starting to pack up the dolly, while Cameron was sure they'd all soon be jolly. I was excited from my Christmas break nap as we all heard the AD call out, "That's a wrap."
Thanks. Welcome back. We're happy to have you here, and we're here with our first guest. We've actually met before, so we just have to pretend that we haven't. So would you be able to tell us your name and where you're from?
My name is William, and I'm from Brazil.
Okay, well, nice to meet you, Will. Nice to meet you again. So how long have you been in Newfoundland?
A little bit more than a year.
It's been a year, has it?
Yes.
And how has it been treating you? Does it agree with you at all being here?
I mean, it's been really great. Like, people in here are really welcoming. So I've been really having like the most welcoming experience ever.
That's excellent. How about the weather? How are you finding the weather when you're over here?
The weather is not as welcoming as the people, but I would say I eventually got used to that. So.
Oh, that's good. So what would you say Christmas means to you personally?
To me, I'm not like that religious, so Christmas to me means more into like the getting to be with your family part of stuff. And growing up, we would always like meet and do something on Christmas, so I would say more into like to that extent.
Okay, I understand. So what would you say your favorite part about Christmas would be?
My favorite part about Christmas is definitely the decoration. Everything looks really pretty in Christmas, and there's lights, there's, like Santa Claus everywhere, and I love the colors, that's it.
Oh, that's good. So would you say that when you decorate back home, it looks something like this? or is this a little bit overkill compared to what you're used to?
No, I would say it wouldn't be something like this because at least like on my family, we're not used to, for example, putting the socks there because we don't really have fireplaces back in Brazil.
All right. Yeah.
So that's something that I would say got lost in the translation part.
How important would you say Christmas is to the people of Brazil as a whole? I understand that like you don't have a religious connection to the holiday, but you do have a secular connection to the holiday. But what would you say that Brazil on the whole feels the same way, or is there a religious connection to the holiday?
I would say there is a religious connection to the holiday because Brazil is mostly of Brazilians are Christians, so Christmas is like huge back there. And I would say probably this is like a very like case to case because every family like celebrates a little bit differently. But on my family, I would say it's more like about getting the people together. But for example, my mom is like kind of religious, like very religious, so she would this would be like something more religious to her specifically.
Right. What would you say are like the differences and similarities? I guess we can start with the similarities. What would you say is the same between Christmas here and Christmas back home?
I would say the whole like trading gifts stuff is tradition is similar. The decoration, although as I just told you, it's not like the same, but it's like very similar. So like Christmas trees, the whole like Jesus being born imagery.
Right, yes.
And angels, like Christmas lights, all of that. But I think it's about as that, like.
Okay. What about the differences? Are there some things that you see are being very different the way that we do Christmas here, maybe the way you do it back in Brazil?
Yes, like back in Brazil, for example, eating turkey is not that cultural. So I would say back in Brazil, I can count like on my fingers how many Christmas we've actually had turkey because that's not really huge back there. It's usually just like, there's like a lot of food, but not specifically turkey, for example.
Okay, so what kind of meals might you have on Christmas? Do you have like a festive meal or a traditional meal that you like to have?
There are a couple, like there's rice with raisins in it.
No kidding.
Yes, I think you guys have that too.
We have various rice desserts and things like that.
Yeah, and like specific dessert that it's kind of like a holiday dessert is pavê, which is a sweet, kind of like cream, waffle cream.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, basically.
One of the things that we have up here a lot of the time is we have like lots of Christmas cartoons and animations and specials on TV. Do you have anything like that down in Brazil?
We do. Like most of the cartoons and stuff are brought from North America.
Okay.
So it's usually the same thing. But like live TV, like I would say TV shows in Brazil would do something like a Christmas episode or something.
Oh, okay. What kind of things might happen there in one of those episodes? Is it like exchanging of gifts and maybe kissing under the mistletoe or something like that?
Yeah, and like sometimes there's a lot of like those audience programs, like audience shows.
Okay, like talk shows.
Yes, like talk shows, for example. So they would like basically get people dressed and stuff and change like the music to something more Christmas-like.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, sorry, I bring up the whole kissing under the mistletoe thing because Christmas romances are very, very popular on TV. Are they? Is that kind of thing popular down in Brazil?
It is, but once again, it's like something that actually is from North America. They just like get the rights to play on TV there.
Oh, okay. So
like rom-coms and stuff.
Right. Do you wish there were more things that were like maybe themed or taking place within Brazil to sort of address the holiday season that way?
I would say so because Brazil has like this very different Christmas imagery because we don't really have snow.
Right.
So it's like Christmas during summer kind of situation.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yes, and like the city where I'm from, they usually put like lights all over the city. Like all the trees have like Christmas lights on them, and there's like this huge cathedral that looks like a cone. So they usually put like a Christmas lights running down it, so it looks like a Christmas tree.
Okay. Do you have like a fond memory when you were a kid of like maybe getting a specific Christmas present, or was Santa Claus a thing for you guys?
I would say I figure out Santa Claus was far out like pretty soon, but it is a thing. Like usually parents put like Christmas gifts and pretend there's a Santa Claus. Yes.
Oh, okay. That's good. I'm really, really glad that you were able to come in today and talk to us about this. And thank you so much. And we're going to be going to the next of our CNA messages for you guys, coming up in a second.
You're probably wondering why I called you all here.
Did you solve Christoph's murder? Come on, shouldn't you found something by now?
You've been investigating for weeks.
Richard? You were Christoph's number 2 in a smuggling operation. Now, you're running the show. Zachary? You and Christoph were both in love with Suzanne. With him dead, you were free to pursue your heart's desire. Suzanne? You were the sole beneficiary of Christoph's life insurance policy. Now you're on easy street.
Sounds to me like any one of us could have done
Indeed. Any one of you could have done it. But last night I found the final piece of the puzzle.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Line.
Welcome back, and I hope you guys enjoyed that message from the CNA's digital filmmaking program. So right now, we're currently here with our next guest. This is Ifeanyi Darlington. Hi, Ifeanyi. Nice to meet you.
How are you?
How are you doing? You doing okay?
Yeah, actually, I'm fine.
Okay, excellent. So basically, first, we'd like to know, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how long you've been in Newfoundland?
Okay, my name is actually Darlington. I'm from Nigeria. I've been in Newfoundland for 4 months. Like I came in, that was in September.
Okay, so what are you doing here in Newfoundland?
Yeah, I'm actually an international student. I'm studying digital filmmaking in College of North Atlantic.
Okay, how's that going for you? You having a good time doing that?
Yeah, I'm actually having a lot of fun and meeting friends.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So what's your experience been like within the program so far? Like what kinds of things have you been studying and learning about?
Like I've been learning a lot of stuff, both editing, both sound, both camera and all that. It's really a lot.
Oh, good. Yeah. Okay. So, a quick question for you. What would you say Christmas means to you personally?
It actually means a lot to me because that's the celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. Because to me, all of my family are actually Christian.
Okay.
So when it comes to December, everybody has to travel back home. Mm-hmm. Wherever you're actually staying, if you're staying in Lagos or any part of Nigeria, we have to come back as a family and celebrate Christmas. So it actually means a lot to me. I have to meet a lot of people I haven't seen for a long time.
Okay. Will you be going back home for Christmas this year?
No,
you're not going to be able to.
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
So you'd say that Christmas has a religious significance for your family? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So in that situation, what kinds of do you have a service? Do you have a special service that you try to conduct on Christmas?
What do you mean by service?
Like a church service. Do you have is it a big deal at your church?
Yeah. But person like me, actually, I'm a Christian. But when it comes to Christmas, like 25th, I normally there's what we celebrate, because I have to travel back home, and it's always just once in a year. So some people actually decide to go to church, but some people actually we call it, I don't know how I'm going to explain it, but I'm going to try, we call it celebration.
Oh, okay. So so this is a celebration that you guys conduct.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand you have some footage of this celebration. Is that correct?
Yeah. I have,
oh, okay. That's it. So could you tell us a little bit about what goes on in that celebration? What are the different parts of it?
it's just like people like coming together, celebrating. We call it masquerade, like people dressing like in costume, like moving around, singing different kind of songs. Like, but actually it's a native song, like moving from one house to another, going there. If you go there, they will serve you food, like that kind of celebration. Like people will be shouting, people will be singing. That's how we actually celebrate.
Okay. So is there do Christmas carols factor a lot in your celebrations? Like, do you have lots of Christmas anthems that you sing at your church or that you sing as a family?
No, no. We just actually just make it. Everybody has the way they celebrate their Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what would you say, are there any similarities between the way that you see people prepare for Christmas here and in Newfoundland and how they prepare for Christmas back home? Are there any things that you find to be the same?
It's almost the same, like, because I've been seeing a lot of Christmas trees. Even back home, you're gonna see it. Like in Nigeria, you see a lot of family, which are actually Christian, because we have Muslim, we have Christian, we have freedom of worship.
Right.
Yeah, so everybody depend on your religion. So when it comes to the Christian, what I'm actually saying here is actually the same, because you'll be seeing a lot of Christmas trees. Anywhere you go, you're hearing songs like Christmas songs and all that. It's almost like similar, the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are there any things that you find to be a little bit different? I mean, I know the weather is a little bit different over here. Our Christmases tend to be very cold.
It's really cold. It's really cold. Like,
but what are some other things that are different in the ways that like we celebrate Christmas here and the way they celebrate Christmas?
Actually, this is actually my first time. Like, and this is actually today will be maybe 8th of December. I haven't actually seen the real Christmas. I'm actually waiting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and which is maybe 25th, or I don't actually know when you guys, but I've been seeing a lot of stuff. Like the other day, I was actually walking where I was working in Little Caesar. I saw a lot of people, as in driving by, wishing Happy Christmas, like as in it was actually nice. I have to video what is actually going on, because I was like, wow, what is actually happening? And they told me this is how they celebrate here.
Okay.
But I'm still hoping to see more, like, because actually I'm just new.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
When it comes to some of the Christmas festivities, you'll notice that the things like turkey and stuff is very, very popular here for Christmas.
Okay.
What do you? Is there a special Christmas meal that you guys have at home that you like prepare?
Like depends. Like even in Nigeria, well, it's actually both turkey and chicken is actually normal. We even both normal days and actually Christmas. But like me, there's what we call G miracle. I don't know if you can actually understand it.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
G miracle. It's just like pepper soup. I don't know if you know what is pepper soup.
Okay.
It's like yam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as early as my mom would just prepare it for us. So we just go there and like it's like a native food. That's actually what I prefer eating, because it's actually been long. I actually eat that like, so whenever I'm traveling back home, that's actually what I'm actually going home to do.
Okay.
Yeah, because when it comes to chicken, rice, and all that, it's actually we normally eat it almost every day.
Right. I see.
Yeah, so I have to eat what I've been longing for to eat like for a very long time. Mm-hmm. So that is it.
Oh, that must be a little bit difficult, I guess. You got to miss that.
Yeah,
this year.
a lot. Actually, I'm missing it already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One of the things that's very popular here is like Christmas specials, sort of like TV specials, animation, cartoons, also like some TV shows. Like some TV shows might have a special Christmas episode, or there might even be Christmas movies on Netflix. Do you find back in Nigeria that there's a lot of programming like that on TV?
Yeah, there's actually a lot, but it depends. But like me, most of the time I'm always busy. Like when it comes to Christmas, because there's a lot of friends that I haven't seen for years. So I normally just move around, like try to catch up with them. So, but if when it comes to like Christmas program, there's a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite from when you were growing up or anything, like a cartoon? Like one of my favorites was, I think it was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It was this little stop motion animation that would happen. That was one of my favorites anyway. Do you happen to have a favorite from when you were growing up?
No, I don't.
Do you remember any?
No, it's actually been long. Like it's actually, I don't think I have any favorites. Like.
Oh,
yeah.
So do you miss that sort of like sense of wonder that some people get at Christmas time, like things like thinking about Santa Claus or whatnot? Was that big at all in Nigeria, the Santa Claus?
Yeah, like it's actually, yeah, but it's just different. Like everything is actually different. Like when it comes to the way you guys celebrate in my country, but it just depends on the family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so some families might
Yeah.
celebrate Santa Claus
Yeah,
one way, other
yeah,
families might
yeah,
not.
that is
Maybe
it.
maybe they don't even do
Yeah.
that. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite Christmas carols or Christmas songs that you can think of? Because you said earlier that sometimes you would sing Christmas songs together.
Yeah, like normally the Christmas, like to me, like when I remember Christmas, I just remember going back home.
Right.
And most of the songs we normally sing is just like you're actually going back home to see a lot of friends that you haven't seen for years. And when we're actually celebrating the masquerade, there's a lot of songs we normally sing, but it's just a native song. If I'm singing it now, you won't actually understand.
Right.
I
understand.
Do I have to sing one?
No, you don't have to sing one. That's
Okay,
okay.
yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So, what are your plans for this year's Christmas here in town? Are you going to be spending time with anybody in particular?
I don't have much plans because I don't have much friends.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's just school and work and go home. That's it.
Well, will you be spending some time maybe in a video chat with your family or something like that?
Of course, I'm gonna call my mom.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah. And also, I'm gonna call my friend. Where actually they'll be celebrating the masquerade, and I'll be on video call with them, like try to actually see what is happening there.
Okay.
Because it's actually fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Are there any Christmas candies or anything like that that you've seen around here that you may be looking forward to trying out? For our family, for instance, Toblerone. Do you know about Toblerone?
No.
Oh, it's the triangular chocolate candy. It's incredibly delicious. That's one that we tend to eat every year. Is there anything that you've seen that maybe you're looking forward to trying out?
No, nothing yet. Nothing yet. I haven't seen any.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Ifeanyi, thank you very, very much for coming in.
Okay.
And we're going to be going to our next guest in just a moment, but for the time being, we have another message from the CNA Digital Filmmaking Department.
On the first day of classes, my instructor gave to me
a screenplay with a story.
On the second day of classes, my instructor gave to me
2 call sheets and a screenplay with a story.
On the third day of classes, my instructor gave to me
3 sets to dress,
2 call sheets and a screenplay with a story.
On the fourth day of classes, my instructor gave to me
4 dolly shots, 3 sets to dress,
2 call sheets and a screenplay with a story.
On the fifth day of classes, my instructor gave to me 5 tungsten lights,
4 dolly shots, 3 sets to dress,
2 more call sheets and a screenplay with a story.
On the sixth day of classes, my instructor gave to me
6 grips of gripping,
5 tungsten lights,
4 dolly shots, 3 sets to dress,
2 call sheets and a screenplay with a story.
On the seventh day of classes, my instructor gave to me
7 lights a striking, 6 grips of gripping,
5 tungsten lights,
4 dolly shots. Do we have any more in red?
2 call sheets, a screenplay with a story.
On the eighth day of classes, my instructor gave to me
8 mics are booming,
7 lights a striking, 6 grips of gripping,
5 tungsten lights,
Do we need this many dolly shots? 3 sets to dress,
even more call sheets. Another draft? What do you mean there's no character development? Oh God, not again.
On the ninth day of classes, my instructor gave to me 9 pulls of focus,
8 mics are booming,
7 lights a striking, 6 grips of gripping,
5 tungsten lights,
4 dolly shots. What do you mean we have no more drapes?
2 call sheets. Oh, God, write more.
On the 10th day of classes, my instructor gave to me 10 takes of rolling, 9 pulls of focus,
8 mics are booming,
7 lamps a striking. Where are the C-stands?
5 tungsten lights,
I'm gonna cut 1 or 2 of these out. 3 sets to dress,
Even more call sheets. My fingers are bleeding. I need to stop.
On the 11th day of classes, my instructor gave to me
11 tracks and mixing.
10 takes of rolling, 9 pulls of focus,
8 mics are booming,
7 lamps a striking. 6 minutes to lunch.
5 tungsten lights,
4 dolly shots.
hell's that sofa?
Even more call sheets. Okay, I'll just keep writing some more. No worries.
On the 12th day of rest,
12 hours of footage.
11 tracks and mixing.
10 whole takes,
Guys, I can't get this in focus. I don't know what's happening.
8 mics are
The
booming,
light bulbs are broken. I'm calling the union.
5 tungsten.
I'm just gonna do a pan instead.
Just give me the gasoline.
I need more call sheets.
All right, that's it. Get yourself a new writer. I'm done.
Cut back to one.
Thanks very much. We're glad to have you back here with us in the studio, and we're here with our final guest for this afternoon. This is Miracle Uchendu. Hi, Mimi. How's it going?
Good, thank you.
So I guess I've already introduced you, but I guess one more time, if you can introduce yourself and let us know what you're doing here at CNA.
Hi, I'm Miracle Uchendu. I'm a digital filmmaking student here. And that's it. Thank you.
Okay, good. Just so you know, that camera's actually only looking this way. We're still looking at these ones here. Cool. So good. So how long have you been in Newfoundland now?
I'd say about a year now.
Okay. And how's the experience been for you so far?
It's been pleasantly pleasant. Yeah, it's been good.
It's been good?
Yes.
Okay. I think we just had a chance to interview Ifeanyi, and he's from Nigeria. I understand
Yeah.
you're from a different part of Nigeria. Is that correct? Or
So Nigeria is divided into states, and even in states, it's divided into like 3 geopolitical zones, which east, west, north. And Ifeanyi and I are both from the eastern part of Nigeria, but we're from different states.
Oh, okay.
In the eastern part of Nigeria, so yes.
Would you say there are a lot of similarities or differences?
Oh yeah, definitely. There are lots of similarities.
Okay.
Yes.
So how long have you been in Newfoundland now?
Still about a year plus.
About a year? Okay.
Yes.
And how's it been for you so far?
It's been great. It's been beautiful.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do you feel about like the culture here, for instance?
Culture-wise, well, before coming here, I kind of did my research, so nothing really was a surprise or a shock, maybe except the weather, the wind, yeah. But so far, everything has been going good, and people here are super nice, which is very strange when you think about where I come from. Like, yeah, people are nice in Nigeria, don't get me wrong, but like here, people don't need a reason to be nice to you, you know. It's just, people are hospitable here. I think that's the word.
Oh, that could be a good word to describe it.
Yeah.
I'm actually not from Newfoundland myself, and I've found that a lot of people are exactly how you describe. They're sometimes a little bit more friendly than you'd expect them to be. I'm from a big city, and so sometimes people are like, they're polite and stuff like that, but here they seem to be genuinely happy to see you or talk to you.
Very true.
So what are you currently in Newfoundland? You're studying at the College of the North Atlantic,
Yes,
correct?
I am.
So what are you studying?
Digital filmmaking.
Okay, how's that going for you so far?
It's been good, really good. I think it's worth the time. It's the reason I came here, and it's worth it.
Okay, so you've had a chance to do some project-based work while you're here, right?
Yes, I have.
So what is the big project that you're currently working on right now?
Currently, I'm working on my final film, Torn, which is themed on domestic violence. Principal photography has been done, just post-production yet to be done. But yeah, it's going good.
So how was that experience for you filming your movie?
Ooh, it was overwhelming. It was challenging. It was fun at the same time. But in all, I'm glad I did it. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I can see that you're dressed up in your Christmas attire because you're a very festive person. I might be a little bit less so. Could you let us know what Christmas means to you personally?
Personally, Christmas is that time of the year where you share love. Christmas is fun. Christmas is positivity. Christmas is family. Christmas is food. Christmas is also the birth of Jesus, because we're very religious in Nigeria. So, yes.
So in Nigeria, Ifeanyi was mentioning something similar, that there's a very strong religious connection with Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Would you say the same thing would be true for you and your family?
Oh yeah, my family is quite religious. Yes, so yes, I would say the same thing can be said for my family.
Okay. Do you go to church? Do you have like a church service that you go to, like a special one for the whole family that you like to go together? I mean, not right now, obviously, because you're in Canada.
I get you. Well, as a child, we were all required to go to church on Christmas days and all of that. But like, as soon as everyone became adults, it wasn't like necessary. So we basically just stay home and cook and share the food with family and all. So you don't have to go to church if you don't want to.
Okay, but like some people really enjoy going to church because it is a chance to like partake in it's a key part of the season for them to remember the sacrifice of Jesus and such.
Yeah.
Would you say that's true for you, or?
Honestly, I can stay in my home and still remember the birth of Christ from my home. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really have to be in church, so, yeah.
Right, I understand.
Yeah.
So in general, and maybe not just for you, but I guess for Nigeria in general, what is Christmas like? Like, it's a very commercial holiday here in North America, not just in Canada, and you will see people starting to get ready for Christmas as soon as Halloween's over.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say it's similar in Nigeria?
It's similar, and it's also based on the family you come from. Some people are more into Christmas. Like, for some people, it's a big deal, and for some others, it's just there, you know. So, but generally, people they go all out for Christmas. So it's very celebratory. When you go to the market during the Christmas period, most times you don't find food items, or they become super, super expensive because a lot of people are buying in bulk. Because when you're cooking during the Christmas period, you're not cooking for yourself or your family alone. You're cooking for those around you. And so when you cook, you share, like, you just give it out to people. So you buy in bulk, and so it's a big deal.
Oh, okay. So would you say that, like, maybe if you had several friends of the family, you might have a Christmas meal at one house and then another one at another house? Or would you like rotate it? This year we're going to this person's house for Christmas, or?
Honestly, again, I think that depends. For me, I wouldn't miss the meal in my home, you know. But if friends wanted to come over, that's fine by me. But then the thing is, you also notice I'll speak for my family. We don't really go out on the 25th. It's just for family. But 26th or 24th, that's when we go out. But 25th, we just stay home. Like,
okay.
Yeah. So, but if friends wanted to come over, that's fine.
Okay, so this is now going to be your second Christmas here in Newfoundland, is that correct?
Yes, correct.
And would you be able to tell us maybe about some of the differences in between the way Christmas is celebrated or prepared for here as opposed to back in Nigeria?
I'd say Christmas here is probably a bit more calm.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, it's calm, but in Nigeria is real noisy. Songs in the streets, people are happy, people are buying things, shopping, giving, traveling a lot. People travel a lot. So remember how I said the way Nigeria is being divided, the north, south, east, and all that?
Sure.
So people from the eastern parts will go to their states, which is like their origin. So people do a lot of traveling there, and it's a lot noisy compared to here.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you say your favorite part of Christmas is? I guess either here or in Nigeria, in any place. Is there something that you really look forward to every year? It can't just be the presents.
Oh, no. I don't know what to say in particular regarding this, because I am usually very happy during Christmas holidays. I don't know why, but initially I used to look forward to spending time with family and the food. Yeah, my mom cooks a lot, so I used to look forward to that. But now I think it's just more about the holiday and the rest, because it gets overwhelming with school and work and all that. So, like, for me now, I'm just looking forward to the rest.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah, it has been a very busy
It has
semester
been.
for us.
Yes.
Is there a particular food that you like to eat at Christmas?
Here or back home?
I guess we'll start with here and then we'll go back home.
Here, so last year I was invited for a Christmas dinner, and I think I had mashed potatoes and, which is something I have normally back in Nigeria, but it was like salted beef, I think, and some carrots and...
Well, sounds like a Jig's dinner then, almost.
I guess. I only really liked the mashed potatoes, because I love mashed potatoes. But back home, it's rice, and we also have what we call swallow. It's a meal made from either cassava or yam something, and you have a soup with lots of meat, and you eat it together. It's a local dish.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the things that we've been talking about with the guests is a little bit about how Christmas exists within the culture, and that includes things like TV shows and movies and animation. Was that a big part of Christmas when you were growing up in Nigeria?
Oh yeah. So currently our film industries, they're really doing quite well now, and yeah, during the Christmas period, there are usually movies or TV shows, that talk about Christmas or that are Christmas themed. For animations, I can't speak so much for animations because we haven't dived into the animation industry as such. But yeah, for movies and TV shows, yes, we got some of that.
Okay, do you have a favorite maybe Christmas TV show or Christmas film or something?
No, I watch a bunch of Christmas movies, but I don't have a favorite.
Or you just enjoy watching all of them then, eh?
Yes.
Maybe any animations or anything?
I can't remember a time where I caught myself watching animation for Christmas though, so I can't give you one off the top of my head right now.
Well, I can promise you'll have plenty of chance to see a whole bunch while you're here. So anyway, I just want to say thank you for coming in, giving this interview, and we're going to be going to one more message from the CNA Digital Filmmaking Department right now.
Cut.
The Digital Filmmaking Program at the College of the North Atlantic is a 2-year, hands-on program where students learn the art of making films through making films. Located in Stephenville, Newfoundland and Labrador, an ideal location for film and video activity. With so many backdrops from oceans and beaches to mountains and cliffs, allowing you the freedom to be creative and to tell your stories. And right in your backyard is the Theater Arts program at Memorial University's Grenfell campus, with aspiring actors as hungry as you are to gain experience.
Hello? Could you wait for me?
And now, a new articulation agreement allows graduates of the Digital Filmmaking Program the option to earn a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in the Technical Theater Production Program within 2 years at Memorial University.
So, this is what the past looks like.
Oh, my friend, that is the future.
The Digital Filmmaking Program offers courses in directing, cinematography, grip and electrics, art direction, editing, compositing, color correction, production and post-production audio, live television, and webcasting, as well as a number of industry standard certifications, with a focus on training filmmakers and industry technicians to gain the skills and experience needed to work in the ever-growing film industry. Students of the Digital Filmmaking Program individually produce a number of short narrative films, music videos, and documentaries, as well as 2 group films during the intersession semesters.
Recitation project, Scene 1 Alpha, Take 6.
The intersession semester in the Digital Filmmaking Program is an exciting one, where both first and second year students work alongside their instructors and a director to produce and present a short film. They are involved in the entire process, from developing and writing the script to filming, editing, and premiering the film to a live audience at the end of the semester. The film industry has seen significant growth in Newfoundland and Labrador, with $50 million in production activity a year. More productions means a need for more crew. So if you're ready for an exciting, adventurous, and creative career, the Digital Filmmaking Program is just what you need.
Goes by the name Rooster. You seen him?
Cut. That was awesome, you guys. Back to 1. Sean, that was great.
And welcome back. We just wanted to say thank you very much for tuning in. We hope you had a really good time listening to these interviews and getting these different perspectives about what Christmas is like around the world. So thank you for watching. Also want to thank our guests, Ifani, Will, and Mimi, for coming in to let us know about what Christmas is like for them, what it means to them. And we hope that you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. So until next time, thank you and Merry Christmas to y'all.